Speed vault. The speed vault is basically the first essential step towards learning the technique and commitment involved in overcoming rails and walls during a parkour run. Its simplicity and efficiency are well suited to quickly overcoming a variety of objects with little wasted energy. The most important aspects of speed vault technique are an accurately timed run-up, a powerful final leaping step performed with total commitment, and the ability to spot your landing mid-technique in order to hit the ground at full speed. Your run-up must be powerful enough to carry you over and past the obstacle with one final leap. Longer, more powerful strides are easier to set up proper timing and retain momentum over and beyond the obstacle. Your final step should be taken a few feet from the base of the obstacle, with the foot that coincides with the hand you will be vaulting with. If you hit the last step with enough speed and power, all it takes is a slight boost with the final step at a 45-degree angle to the top of the obstacle. Your body should be in front of your feet at this point. Your legs and upper body are basically rotating around your torso towards the lead hand, so that when your hand contacts the obstacle, you are parallel to the ground. The speed from your run-up is carrying you over the obstacle, while your hand is retaining balance in the horizontal position of your body. As your feet pass over the obstacle, press down and out with your hand, which will cause your feet to begin to travel downwards and your upper body upright. Keep your eye ahead of your path of travel, and as you straighten up in the air, bring your trailing foot down in front of you. Perfecting this technique will go a long way towards general proficiency in all of the skills associated with parkour. Cat leap. Cat leap can very well be the keystone of a fluid run. Performing it can easily make or break your rhythm depending on the execution. For a beginner, this may be one of the more attractive techniques to learn, but it is commonly mistaken as something with much less detail and precision than is demanded for a clean cat leap. The obstacle that a cat leap is used to overcome is commonly a gap with a ledge on either side. The destination ledge is usually a bit higher up than the takeoff ledge, and when learning cat leaps, the destination should be higher. To begin a standing cat leap, go to the end of the takeoff ledge and face both feet towards the destination wall. Squat down and swing your arms backwards as if you were starting any other leap moving forward. When your legs are fully compressed and you are at the lowest point of your squat, your arms should be the highest point of your body as they are swinging behind you. Face your palms upwards when your arms are behind you. This will provide a comfortable position as your shoulders rotate. From the crouched position, begin to extend your legs with force. There should be a slight lean forward as you extend, but the main objective is for your legs to create the power upwards. When your legs begin to extend, your arms should reverse direction and rapidly swing forward. Swing them all the way in front of your body until they reach an approximate 45-degree angle. While in the air, position your legs so that they are in front of your body, because they will be the first to impact on the destination wall. They must absorb the forward momentum as you reach for the wall with your hands. To do this, immediately after your feet touch the wall, begin to bend your legs into your chest, similar to a tucking position. Do not necessarily push away from the wall yet, but use your legs to slow the motion into the wall so your hands can be placed where you want them to. With your legs compressing against the wall, put your hands on the top corner of the wall's ledge. From there, you are ready to pull yourself to the top of the wall. This technique takes a lot of strength training and technique when done properly. It focuses on upper body strength to arrive on the top of the wall. With your legs tucked and your hands gripping firmly on the top, dig your toes into the wall and take advantage of grip on the bottom of your shoe. Extend your legs, pushing your body upward, while simultaneously pulling your body with your arms. A good grip with your feet will relieve much force that your arms will endure, and strong arms will make up for any lack of grip that the wall may have. While you are pushing up, lean your upper body over the top of the wall. With arms and legs fully extended and about half of your body is above the top of the wall, you are now ready to pull your feet up. Simply bend and raise your legs and place them on top of the wall one at a time. Stand up and you have completed a cat leap. Monkey vaults. The monkey vault is a basic vault that everyone will encounter every time they practice parkour. Since this move is so quick, there's only 3 physical elements: the approach, vaulting over the object, and the landing. These elements can be broken down further to show proper technique to ensure maximum flow and minimize injury. Approach the rail with moderate speed. If it's your first time, don't go too fast. Be sure you are approaching the rail in a straight line. Both feet should be shoulder width apart, and the rest of your body should be in the squat position right before you are going to vault the rail, with your arms at your side. Be sure not to be in this position too close to the rail. You want to reach for it a little. Your hand placement should be in the same position as if you were gripping handlebars on a bike. Your hands also must be wider than your shoulders width. As you pull your body up with your hands, use your feet as well to give you more spring. Lean forward and tuck your legs up against your body. Since your hands and arms are farther than shoulder width apart, your legs and feet must pass through in between your arms. Be sure you are still leaned forward a bit and your legs are tucked up against your body. Your thighs should almost be hitting your chest. As soon as your legs pass completely over the rail, you can let go of the rail with your hands. The rest of your body can now untuck a bit. Your arms will be trailing behind you. Your landing depends on the speed and height, but since monkey vaults are very straight in nature, they are fairly easy to land every time. Some of the problems you may have with a monkey vault is clipping your feet. If you're clipping your feet during a monkey vault, lean forward and tuck your legs up against your body. One of the other major problems with monkey vaults is raising one hand, which causes a sideways motion while vaulting. Be sure to keep your hands at the same level to ensure maximum balance. Also, don't be too close to the rail before the vault. You want to reach for it a little. If you're too close, there isn't enough time for your legs to tuck up and clear the rail. The monkey vault is a basic vault that everyone will encounter every time they practice parkour. Precision jump. A precision jump involves jumping from one small area to another small area by using your whole body in a careful coordination to help keep balance as you land. The motion itself resembles a coil being launched in the air and then landing again, absorbing and straightening out. The jump is great for situations where you don't have a run-up. A good example would be from one rail to another rail, where balance and coordination are key. You should be standing still when first attempting precision jumps, and make sure that the distance isn't too far so you can get the hang of jumping and controlling your balance. Your legs will be crouched down to almost a 90-degree angle. Make sure you are comfortable. Your eyes will be focused on your landing, and your arms will be swinging to gather momentum. Once you have a mental picture of what you're going to do, use your arms to lead the way, and at the same time coordinate your legs to jump forward, throwing your whole body into the air. Keep in mind that the whole motion is an outstretch, a tuck, another outstretch, and then absorbing. As soon as you have left the first spot and you're in the air, tuck your legs in to get enough height and get ready to thrust them out. Your eyes should be focused on the target area, and your arms should be in front of you, keeping you balanced in midair. Once you're done tucking, thrust your legs towards the area. This is where precision comes in hand. You need to make sure that your feet are going to hit the spot first. Your arms should be getting ready to swing backwards and help you balance when you land. Your legs will reach the target and compress, absorbing the landing and helping you keep balance. They should crouch pretty much all the way down, since it's easier to balance when your center of gravity is lower. Your arms play a huge role here, as they should be out, away from you, helping you regain balance. Once you have landed and absorbed the shock, all there is to do is stand up and keep your balance. Be focused when attempting a precision jump. Turn vault. The turn vault is used to get on the other side of a rail, wall, or other such obstacle. In most cases, you'll be using a turn vault when there is a drop on the other side. Start with your body 2 to 3 feet away from the rail. Place your left hand on the rail with the palm facing up, and place your right hand on the rail with your palm facing down. Start out by jumping up and over the rail, while keeping your left hand on it. As you are going upwards, lift your right hand off of the rail and rotate 180 degrees around your left arm so you are facing the opposite direction of which you started. With your arms nearly at full extension above the rail, place your right hand back down on the rail, this time on the other side of your left hand. Keep your eyes on the rail the entire time. At this point, you'll be coming down, and you'll want to start concentrating on your foot placement. As you come down with both of your hands on the rail, try to land with your feet against the wall and absorb into a crouch, so that your rear will be about parallel with your feet. Having your legs tucked against your body will help you maintain control and therefore execute a better turn vault. Once you land the turn vault and absorb into a crouch, you'll be ready for the drop. Push off with your feet, while at the same time letting go with your hands and turning slightly. As you begin to turn and let go, spot your landing. The end goal is to let go and turn 180 degrees, so you can land and continue your run. One of the common problems with turn vaults is simply not being able to commit to the move. One way to solve this is to practice the technique over and over again on flat ground. Do not try this technique from heights beyond what you are able to do. While the technique is independent of the height, there is obvious risk involved. Remember, practice and drill over and over again. Don't get ahead of yourself. Underbar. An underbar is generally described as the passing between two objects in which you jump and go completely through the obstacles, landing on the other side. The most common situation to use an underbar include through rails, trees, or any other obstacle with space to pass through. While there are several variations to an underbar, the most basic one is where your feet go through first and then your body follows. Run towards the obstacle with a decent pace. Spot your target obstacle and be sure not to stutter step when approaching. When you are a few feet away from the obstacle, you should take off of one foot to enter the move. Get your arms up and ready to grab the obstacle. In mid-jump, your feet should move in front of your body, but not fully extended. Start to lean back your torso and begin to go through the obstacle feet first. Once your feet have begun to pass through the space, grab the top obstacle with both hands, like you would if you were to do a pull-up, with both palms facing outwards, hands about shoulder width apart. As you pass through the obstacle, simultaneously lean your torso back, pull your body through with your arms, and kick up and out with your legs. To perform this part of the move most efficiently takes some coordination and experimentation. The movement as you pass through the obstacle is similar to a kip-up. Once you have safely cleared your entire body through the obstacle, lean forward so that you land in an upright position, and let go with your hands and land one leg at a time to continue your run. One of the common problems with underbars is hitting your back as you go through the obstacle. If you keep hitting your back, you're either not running fast or your coordination in kicking through the obstacle is inefficient. To fix this, try performing the move with more speed and practice getting the perfect coordination. One way to improve your underbar is to land one leg at a time. It's called stepping out of a move. It helps maintain your flow and speed as you come out of the underbar. Wall run. A wall run is a way to ascend a wall by propelling your body up to it using one or more steps to kick yourself up. A wall run can be one of the most useful techniques to overcome an obstacle, most specifically when the obstacle is far too high to vault or jump over. You must begin with a run-up. The distance back is specific to every person. However far back you feel you need to be to reach a maximum speed, usually about 10 to 12 feet, will be sufficient to ascend any wall you are attempting. Run directly at the wall. This will allow you to put all of your momentum into going straight up the wall, rather than at an angle. Your first step should be slightly higher than you can raise your leg. This will cause you to jump off of the ground and put all of your weight into the foot on the wall. Use the front of your foot to push up off the wall. You should be pushing with just your toes, not your whole foot. Be sure to get your whole body over your push-off foot, otherwise the direction of your movement will be thrown off. One thing to keep in mind is the direction of your kick off the wall. Many people make the mistake of pushing out from the wall, essentially reversing the flow of your movement. When you hit the wall, you should be pushing no farther than 45 degrees out from the wall. This will ensure that you are always moving up instead of out. As you begin to hit the peak of your wall run, raise your arms up and reach for the ledge or rail that you are aiming for. As you grasp your target, try to keep your feet between the wall and yourself. Kick up as soon as you grab on, and you can better continue your movement without halting. To pop over the top takes two parts. First, you want to have as much of your body above your arms as possible. The higher you are before the kick, the easier it will be. With the kick, you are going to be pushing just like your earlier steps up the wall, up and out. Not away from the wall, but at that same 45-degree angle. As you push off the top of the wall and vault over, you can use any vault you want. Usually a simple two-handed vault works the best and the smoothest to continue movement on the other side of the wall. This move is a very simple but effective and essential move. It can be extended from one step up to 2 and 3, but even in its basic form, it is an impressive and useful maneuver. Lazy vault. The lazy vault is performed much like a speed vault, but it comes into play when you are approaching a rail from an angle with less momentum. It is a useful technique because it doesn't take as much speed in your run-up to make it over the obstacle, and because you can shift your direction in the air to adjust your path after the obstacle. You will be approaching the obstacle from an angle of at least 45 degrees with less speed than you might if you were running straight on. This becomes useful if you're coming out of another technique with little room to run between the two. Your final step should be taken a few feet from the base of the obstacle, with the foot that coincides with the hand you will be vaulting with. So if you're taking off with your right foot, you should be grabbing the obstacle with your right hand. Your final step, in combination with the push and pull motion of your lead hand, will provide the boost to overcome the obstacle. As your legs and torso begin to come to a point even with the plane of the obstacle, you will begin to rotate your torso and bring your trailing hand towards your hips, near the spot where your lead hand is resting on the wall, essentially swapping hands. Once you adjust your rotation, it's merely a matter of preparing to absorb the shock of the landing and quickly continue on your way. The lazy vault is good for areas where you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. Gate vault. Before performing a gate vault, make sure that the obstacle is secure enough to take all of your weight. Approach the object head-on. There's not much of a jump or takeoff into this movement. Grab the top rail with your left hand, thumb facing out to your left, palm away. Throw the top half of your body over the rail, folding at your waist. Reach for the bottom rail or as far down as you can reach for a good handhold on the object. Let your momentum from your upper body carry your legs up and over the object. At this point, your head is down near your right hand. Left hand is still on top of the object, and your feet will be straight up in the air. Continue and look up at the sky. Make sure to tighten your stomach so that your lower back doesn't bear the brunt of the arch. At this point, your motion is the same as if you had done a front handspring. Your legs are coming over the top, and now your upper body is starting to come up. As your feet pass over your head, with your chest opening towards the direction you are headed, release the left hand and give a slight push off the right hand. This helps achieve a little more distance from the base of the obstacle. Spot your landing as your momentum pulls you into an upright position. As your feet arrive on the ground, the rest of your body folds into a low crouch. Absorb the impact and harness the momentum so you can continue your run with ease and power. One of the common problems with gate vaults is that people twist out of the vault instead of arching their back and allowing themselves to come straight over. This only comes with practice and careful attention to allowing your legs to come straight over your head. Once you're comfortable with a basic gate vault on a ground level railing, try to move up to an object with a slight drop on the far side. Continue to work on fluidity through the move. Dash vault. A dash vault involves running at a wall or rail between waist and chest height and jumping legs first over the obstacle, planting your hands at the last second to push off. This vault is great for situations where you need a good amount of extra distance on the other side of the object. Run at the obstacle. How far you take off from the obstacle will vary on your speed. Usually you'll want your forward foot to be between 4 and 6 feet away from the obstacle. Once your left leg is the appropriate distance from the obstacle, begin lifting your right knee up, utilizing the momentum from that lift to augment a powerful jump off of your left leg. You'll want to take off once your right knee is about on level with your waist. Remember to get as much momentum upwards and outwards as you can. Keep in mind you want to come as close to sitting on the object as you can, almost skimming it. As soon as you've taken off from the ground, begin bringing both of your legs upwards and in front of you. The final goal is to have your body in an L shape, with your legs together and slightly bent at the knees. Once your legs are out in front of you in the L shape, feet and butt parallel to the ground, your torso will probably be almost above the object. Start bringing your hands down to your sides in order to push off or grab the obstacle. You'll want your hands to plant down onto the object when your shoulders are right above the object. Legs still slightly bent at the knees and together out in front of you. As soon as your hands land on the obstacle, push off with your arms and extend your legs to kick out and get maximum distance. Your hands and arms will be behind your body when they leave. After kicking off, you'll want to land on the front or the balls of your feet and roll or keep on running. If you decide to land on 2 feet at the same time, remember to absorb and control your forward momentum into your outstretched legs into a slight crouch before running off. Some common problems with dash vaults is clipping your knee or your foot of your trailing leg. When done right and with a lot of speed, the dash vault can get you over surprisingly high objects and help you get across very long and wide obstacles. Reverse vault. The purpose of a reverse vault is to get over an obstacle and continue running. The reverse vault can be useful when you have to approach a rail from an angle where a normal two-handed vault may not be smooth. A reverse vault is also well suited for small areas where you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. Place your left hand on the obstacle with an underhand grip, and your right hand on the obstacle with an overhand grip. As your hands are reaching the object, punch or jump from both feet, initiating a vault over your outside or left shoulder. Your body is twisting away from your hands. Stay in a ball shape, creating a smooth arc of movement over the obstacle. Tucking your knees to your chest helps maintain momentum in your spin and clearing the obstacle. As you pass over the obstacle, sight your landing. Remove hands, left hand first and right second, and prepare to land. Work to make your landing smooth and fluid. Some common problems with reverse faults is feeling as though they're uncontrolled. One of the main reasons for this is if you don't leave your legs tucked into your body. When done correctly with good control, the reverse fault can get you over objects surprisingly fast. Landing. The primary use of this kind of landing is when dismounting from a short wall or at the end of a precision jump, or any gap jump where a roll is not necessary. A good amount of leg control is also required to execute this technique to its fullest potential. Normal two-footed landings can be used in any instance of parkour in which a jump or drop is involved. During your dismount, bring your knees up in front of you. This should be done at the apex of your jump. Your knees can be slightly angled out but should almost form a 90-degree angle. Remember to keep eye contact with your landing area during the whole process. When you feel you're close enough to the ground, you should extend your legs straight down. As soon as you feel the balls of your feet contact with the ground, bend your knees to no lower than 90 degrees to absorb the impact. Let your torso and arms bend downwards and fall in between your knees. Your hands should make contact with the ground to absorb some of the impact. Use your deep crouch at the end of your landing to bounce up forcefully into your run. Once you've got the basic two-footed landing down, you can go into other variations of it,